Today I'm going to be painting some random trees and mountains and sky. I don't really have a plan for this watercolor right now. Um, so I'm starting with a wet piece of paper and I'm just going to slowly blend my light colors in, maybe get a little reflection in the bottom because I will have some water in there, a little bit of red, get that in the bottom. And what I'm doing is experimenting because I have no idea really what I'm doing with watercolor. So I'm just trying to mimic as best I can from the top sky to the reflection in the lake and just kind of experimenting, throwing stuff on the paper and seeing what works. A little bit of blue looks kind of good. All right, turned a little green at the bottom, but I think that'll be all right. And looks decent. My problem is I over wet the paper at the beginning and I always have to blot it off. So that's something I'm trying to get used to. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing, so you're going to learn with me as I learn throughout this video and more videos to come. Let's see, tracing out a little mountain shape here with a little bit of, looks like a purple-ish blue, and blending down, trying to get a little bit of a haze going on. That looks good. Maybe add some dark spots, get a little texture going in that mountain so it's not so flat. I'm dragging it down a little bit. Didn't really blend out as much as I wanted it to. Mixing up a little bit of darker shade here. Good view of my hairline. That's cool. All right, now it looks like we're going to start with some trees. And I start with just like a little line. I don't always go down um, towards the bottom. It just gives me like a good reference. Spread a little water at the bottom to get like a little haze. But like I said, I always seem to add too much water. I think I have enough on there, but it always seems to be just too much, which is all right because it looks a little blotchy. Oh, maybe I'll add some more water there, I guess. I'm not learning my lesson. Put a little lump of land right there. And you can see I'm kind of struggling with those trees and that lump of land. It's just too much water. But the beauty about it is I can just dab it off with a paper towel. And I got a little bit of haze going on in that back tree area. So that worked out. I'm gonna dry it a little bit and notice that I have way too much water on the paper and dab it off. And a hair dryer is been key for me in learning all this because you can blend with the wet. The wet on wet technique is what I'm trying to really learn right now. And sometimes you don't always want it wet, so that hair dryer has been helping out a lot. So there's me dabbing off again because I've had too much water or I don't like the look of it. Maybe I'll try some reflections right here. Little ripple effect. Doesn't look too bad. Now I'll try and add some texture on that back piece of land. Those trees back there. Maybe add another tree right there. Oh. So what I have noticed is that lighter in the background, darker in the foreground seems to help out with the depth a little bit. Nice green, a little wet on the bottom, looks pretty good. And another little tree right here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So I try to leave a little bit of space, like to let some light through. But at the bottom it always seems to look funky. So adding a little bit more greenery towards the bottom, kind of tie it all in a little bit. Let's see, big tree right here, it looks like. Yep, a little crooked, but it's all right. Just having fun, trying to learn. I don't know if anyone can tell, but I'm not a classically trained artist. Um, a little humor. But it's just fun to go out. Oh, a lot of water. All right. It's just fun to go out and try new things. Most of the time when I'm watercoloring, I'm doing it with my kids. They're at the table with me, painting and making messes, which is mainly what I'm trying to get out of it, is spend some time with my kids and learn some stuff along the way. It looks like I'm adding another reflection there because I forgot a tree. That one turned out pretty good. The ripples are hard for me to keep them random and not too dark. So it looks like there's some movement, and that's kind of hard for me right now, but I'm still practicing and trying to figure that out. A little bit of texture in the front. A lot of people on YouTube make it look really easy, and of course they've probably been doing it for a long time or are just way, way more talented from the get-go than I am. But I'm trying some more water off there. But all in all, I think it's a decent picture so far. Perspective might be off a little bit, but adding some more browns in there, mixing up random colors, seeing what looks good. A little bit of different colors inside of the trees. It doesn't have to be like a photograph. Yeah, something nice right there. That looks great. Some darker colors. Oh, something way down there. There we go. Don't want it to be too dark in the water. Then it won't look realistic, I guess. Yeah, not bad. I think I made the foreground land too tall and the background land too short. But other than that, it's turning out pretty good. I think the sky came out pretty decent on this one. I've been having a hard time blending wet on wet and having it look not like a hot mess or just a muddy color. So this one came out pretty good. I'm pleased with it. Adding some grasses and some more textures around the front island. Little reflections of the grass in the bottom. Probably should have stuck with the same color as the trees so it was uniform, but there we go. Just blend it all in. Dry it off one more time. And the most satisfying part, peeling that tape off. I don't know why I like the look of that, but I do. And it keeps my paper from wrinkling up when I soak it. So thanks for watching. See you next time.